Hey everybody, this is Shaq. Hey Kenny, how you doing over there, Kenny?
I don't know how to do Kenny's voice.
Oh my gosh, you ruined every
Sorry,
fucking thing,
man.
He ruins everything.
Shaq was my idea. Are you serious?
Yeah, but I mean, I do it better.
Pause.
No, we ain't gotta pause that because I'm playing the basketball game, and did you see Kawhi Leonard in his laugh?
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter,
To no filter.
The No Filter podcast, which is
an EMP network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk, no PC.
No PC.
No PC consistency.
Please note that the
Opinions from the hosts.
Are not a reflection of the EMP network. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your minds.
and we hope you like this one. Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
I may have, dude, I watched that video maybe 40 times. He's like, I don't even know where you're sitting.
It sounds like an old man falling.
When they interviewed him about that, he was like so pissed off that everyone was making fun of him. I'm like,
Yeah,
are you
you
serious?
can't be
Like,
mad.
that's not the first time you've heard that. Like,
I don't.
there's no way this is not the first time he's been given shit for his laugh.
That is the oldest man orgasm I've ever heard.
Sounds like he's dying, man.
Did you see Joe Button on his podcast has it like an ad lib kind of now?
He has it on a soundboard.
Soundboard, okay.
I was gonna get a soundboard, but I didn't want to sound too much like, cause I mean he's like the first person with a soundboard. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to get one, and then we end up, people start listening to us more and more, and then he's gonna be on there like, yeah, man. Well, I mean, hey, you. Why does my Joe Budden sound like Rocky?
Exactly. Like
That was Joe Biden?
Joe Budden.
Oh, okay.
Joe Biden's at 33% right now. You better watch it. He may be our president in 2020.
Uh-oh, look
Oh
out.
boy.
Or Shaq. What if Shaq was our president?
Oh, you get the Kawhi laugh.
Did that CNN poll?
I don't
Did it
mind.
say that
I
Kanye
don't
was
mind
running
being
too?
president. I would like to thank everybody. I would like to thank everybody for this presidential election. Thank you, son, for the orange juice. My son just brought me up orange juice.
President O'Neill, you need to drink that OJ.
I'm gonna drink this OJ. Pause.
What if OJ ran? I don't think he'd do too well.
Last time OJ ran, it didn't work out well. I was just about to bring us in. Go ahead, Art, bring us in.
Wait, what?
Bring
why
us
do
in.
why do you always do that? Like randomly? While
Come
I'm,
on,
like,
bring us in.
mid-thought. Okay, I'll bring us in. Hello, everyone. It's the No Filter. Look, he
Every
does
time,
that
dude.
just to
Every
fuck-
time. That's why I'm protesting from
I'm
now
not.
on.
Yeah, you
It's
know
not
what?
that
No.
because that's not. Hey, I'm not even doing it
Bring
this
us
time.
in, man.
Hey guys, welcome to No Filter. I'm your host, Remorseless. I'm here with Double D.
Silent protest.
They took a knee during the introduction. Art.
Howdy.
Oh, okay, so only Double D. It's ironic that the white guy in the group is the one taking the knee.
Got to stand up for what you believe in.
Oh, okay, I get it. And we're rocking. Unfortunately, J Bell had shit to do. He's a dad, just like me and Double D. Art will be soon. Did you guys? As long as you keep sending him DMs about wanting to be pregnant.
Yeah, because he does love to impregnate women.
He definitely loves to impregnate women. Other than that, yeah, we're rocking. We're rocking.
Yeah, so how about that book remember that book that OJ wrote, If I Did It?
Yeah.
that
what
shit?
an asshole.
That is a dick thing
Yeah,
to
that
do.
was an asshole.
That is so messed up.
That's like if George Zimmerman wrote a book and said or the bullshit that he's doing, like OJ. We've had this discussion. Didn't I tell you? Yeah, he did it. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah.
You said you don't believe that he did.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard to I guess, I mean, when you put the pieces together, it's kind of hard to figure it out. But I mean, I kind of believe, with watching the series, the O.J. Simpson series or so on Netflix, I was like, damn, that's I don't know. I looked at the series and I was like, man, damn it, I was wrong. I think he may have done this shit.
But before that, you had some doubt in your mind?
I had a lot of doubt because I was so young when it happened, and then I just heard stories of it as I got older. So I didn't know in depth as to everything that happened.
Yeah.
Let me cut you off real quick. Am I the only? Do you hear reverb from Art's mic?
No, I
Say
haven't
something.
noticed.
Something.
Nope. Move. Try moving closer. Like,
Dude, my mouth.
I'm talking about the pop filter. Move the pop filter. Bend the pop filter closer to the mic. Bend the pop filter closer to the mic.
Is that okay? Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Okay.
I'm not saying kiss it because you see, I'm like, but you have to project your voice forward. You got to keep in mind the mic picks up from here and there. So when you moved it, you got to make sure that the flat parts are facing you, so that way it can pick you up.
Okay, got it. For the 100th time.
But anyway, continue.
I was just saying, like, when I watched the O.J. Simpson series, I think it was like a 10-part series or so on Netflix, that it was, it revealed some things to me that I had no idea about. So after I watched that, I was like, damn.
Is that
you mean
like
the one
a
with,
documentary?
You mean the one with Cuba Gooding
the one
Jr.?
with Cuba Gooding.
Oh, okay.
That was amazing.
No, I didn't watch that.
It was a FX. It was like
it was
FX.
it was
right? It was
really
FX
Oh,
series.
yeah.
It was really good.
Really good, but it revealed a lot of things to me that I didn't know because I was so young and I just never took time to really look into those.
You want to know what it did to me?
No, I don't want to know what it did to you.
No, so when
tickle
I
you?
came across it, my daughter was sick. All right, and I was watching it, and she's sick, and when she's sick, she gets extra needy. So she comes up and she lays on me, and we're watching this together. We actually marathoned the whole thing in 3 days because she was sick, and she watched it with me, and we watched everything, and she had questions, like just. She had questions about Rodney King. She had questions about OJ, and she had questions about what they were talking. Because there's a specific part in there where he's like, there's a certain thing that white people say to black people that lets you know that they're racist. And she was like, "What does he mean by that?" So I had to explain to her these things. It was crazy to me how she's really intuitive. Like she really pays attention to everything, even when she acts like she doesn't. It's so funny. But yeah, that's what it did to me. It actually made me have these, like, answer my daughter's questions because I like the shit that they're talking about, I'm aware of, but she's not aware of I answered them as clearly as you want to answer them to an 8-year-old. I didn't give them the answer that I would give you or something like that.
Yeah, like I know that we've talked on this podcast before about how much you should expose your kids to about like sex and danger in the world, but we never specifically discussed how much you should expose them to like racism and things like that.
Yeah, I'm actually I've been on record saying that hopefully my kids never have to experience it, but I do believe that you have to prepare your kids for it. Mm-hmm. I think I said something like that, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change the awkwardness of the conversation.
Oh, I'm sure.
But other than that, yeah, we're rocking. What was the topic? You have a topic, Double D?
Let me see what I can pull up here. I got some heavy ones. I got some heavy hitters. I got some. Not sure if I got anything. Something a little easier. Okay, how about this? Here's a question. How much have you changed over the years? How about that?
That is a very good question. Art, how much have you changed over the years? You obviously haven't changed that much because you're still on your fucking phone.
I was looking something up.
You
Sorry.
weren't looking anything up. Shut up.
Yeah, I think I've changed tremendously. I mean, I've just got to know who I am. You know, I had to kind of like, I hate this fucker. I need to say pause after
Go.
that?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
You can play with yourself however you want to. Go ahead. I didn't say anything.
All right. But no, just, in my household, I did everything my mother's way. It was all how she said it. It needed to be done this way, X, Y, Z. And then when I got to experience, college, I got to understand things about myself and, my likes and my dislikes start to change, as I got older and all. So I would say I changed tremendously over the years, just going through trials and tribulations and all. Yeah. Why are you smiling at me like that?
I'm not allowed to smile. You want to know the funniest thing is, like, when you answered that question, you only looked at Double D because you didn't want to look at me.
I know, because you have this grin, and you're like, I can see you.
But I didn't say or do anything. You just think that I'm trying to say or do something nefarious, and I'm not. Double D, how about you? Actually, it's your question, so I guess.
Am I doing something nefarious? Is that what you're asking?
No, you're always doing something nefarious.
Always.
It's your question, so I'll answer it. Yeah, I've changed. I've changed a lot, in multiple times. There's just times in your life where things hit you and you have to adapt or you have to change, or they're humbling. You know what I'm saying? And these are the times where you change. Like, I can remember specific times where everything changed for me. You know what I'm saying? From being a kid to being a preteen to being a teen to being a young adult to being a mid-adult to being now. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can track my growth. Pause.
What makes you grow? Is it old men?
You should not ask that question. Like that's
What
not a
makes you
question for
grow?
you.
Is it old men?
I don't understand how that one was okay for you.
Well, specifically because I wanted it. Yeah.
No, you wanted me to grow.
I was creating a pause moment for you, trying to goad you into it. Continue on.
You were pause baiting me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so I can track, like, the events in my life that I've learned from, and that has changed, like, that's changed me and, like, my thinking and my mindset, and, like, gave me perspective on the direction I wanted to go. It's actually, and I've grown tremendously. Like, it all depends on how happy I am.
So is it specific moments for you?
That's the one that you guys ignore? Like, I set that one up.
I'm sorry, man.
Unbelievable. All right, anyway. What do you mean?
Is it like your change over the years? Can you attribute it to specific moments, or is it
Yes.
just kind of an overall thing over the years I've changed?
What I think is you gradually progress. Like, as you get older, you gradually progress. But I think you can pinpoint times where you made a quantum leap.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well put.
Definitely,
man.
yeah.
It's funny because me and my comic book ass, but like, at the end of the first Deadpool, he's like, there's one moment, it's only like 5 or 6 moments that defines a hero. People think that it's you wake up and you're a hero, and you go to sleep and you eat and you're a hero, but it only takes 5 or 6 moments, like, right before Deadpool killed that dude. But it's funny because I can think of, well, I probably have more than the average person just from my upbringing, but I can think of like 5 or 6 like extremely mind-changing, perspective-giving moments in my life that changed me for the better and or for the worse. Because I'm still not sold on I'm better right now, but for the better or for the worse, I can think of 5 specific moments that were just pretty.
Like those quantum leap moments.
Yeah, those quantum leap moments.
Yeah.
Where they're cathartic.
Yeah.
That's the word that I was saying. It was like, I could think of those moments as cathartic moments. It's crazy how that works.
It is definitely. Yeah, I know personally for me, Yeah, I've changed a great deal too, because I know when I was younger, I was a lot angrier. I was a lot just confused about a lot of things. And you just, whenever you're thrown into life, and obviously life has no guidebook really, unless you have a mentor. I never really had a mentor. I don't know if you guys had a specific mentor.
What exactly is a mentor? Like somebody that you can go to for advice and guidance and different things like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I've never had that.
I would say just with like my coaches or so, just playing ball. They've been great mentors in my life.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
I
yeah.
still,
Okay,
I still
well, in that
communicate
case,
with those guys.
yeah.
So I know you
Oh,
had
that's
like
good.
senseis and things. Like that,
Yeah,
so, right?
senseis and coaches and stuff. Like I still talk to Campbell and different things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that's why I said, what do you mean as by mentors?
Yeah, maybe like a Mr. Miyagi of sorts.
Yeah, I have a Miyagi. I have a couple Miyagi.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's professional mentors or so that I've had as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A few people that I've worked with, like managers and all that, I still communicate with. So yeah, I've had mentors over the years who've definitely made things more humbling for me, especially when I got out of hand. I would say it was great to go back to those people and because they knew you when you were at your foundation, right?
Yeah.
So they knew you as you were starting to build, and once you got to a certain point and you start to really start feeling yourself a little bit and things of that sort, they really brought you back down to the level you need to be at. So yeah, I mean, I really appreciate all my mentors, for the things they've done for me, and being willing to take me on as a mentee.
Yeah. I could think that perhaps maybe like I didn't have anyone like specifically that.
You have me.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to steer you off of a cliff.
Jesus, I don't think I'm going to let you drive me anywhere. But
sounds
but growing up, there may have been
seductive.
people trying to teach me and stuff, but I may not have seen it. I don't think there definitely was not anybody overtly like kind of take me under their wing. But if anybody was trying to reach out to me, I think I was probably too blind to see or too selfish. Like I was very inward, and so I think I pushed a lot of people away. So if there was somebody trying to do that, I think maybe I did push them away inadvertently.
Now, do you think why do you think that happened? Why do you think you did that?
I think I always felt just like floundering, like I was floundering around,
Like the Little Mermaid sidekick?
yeah, like that guy. I was looking for a lovely redhead.
You need a dingle hopper?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, floundering?
Floundering, yeah, like a fish out of water. Like whatever.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just because, like, perhaps maybe I didn't have direction, so I was just kind of like, I felt like I was just kind of like dropped somewhere out into the quote unquote real world, maybe adult world, and like without any instruction or anybody taking me under the wing, and it's just kind of like, what the fuck do I do?
Do you think you need a mentor?
I do. I think it's because I think that everybody grows. Everybody's going to grow at different rates. It's a lot easier whenever you have a mentor.
I agree that it's a lot easier. Like I don't know if need is the word now, but it's funny because I can probably guarantee that everybody who is a successful or somebody who has their head on their shoulders can think of one person that gave them direction or just gave them something to aspire to or just pay attention to or just some type of goal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But needing that, I think it makes life easier.
Definitely.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna change my mind. I think you do need it. And the reason why is because like Charlemagne always says, I quote this dude a lot.
Every podcast.
But like Charlemagne always says, dumb people learn from their own mistakes. Smart people learn from the mistakes of others. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so
it's a good book, man. I can't wait till the 23rd so I can. What is it? Yeah, I can't wait till the 23rd so I can get his other book. I'm sorry. I like the book.
What book is this?
Black Privilege. Opportunity comes to those who comes to those who create it. So it's a really good book, and I know the black privilege thing is kind of a turn off to people, but it's just about making your own privilege. It doesn't have anything to do with. I mean, it obviously has to do with black privilege because he's black, but it's just the steps that he learned throughout his story. You know what I'm saying? He tells how the lessons he learned, but he tells them through his story, and it's basically his biography, not autobiography. I'm not sure if he wrote it or not. I think he did write it. I think he wrote it, but he had assistants. So I guess you can say it's a kind of an autobiography, but it's more of a lesson-based book. It's really good.
Okay, so even if a young person were to have books like that, I mean, doesn't take the place of an actual person, but it's definitely better a foot forward. It's better than not having anything at all. Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Art, you were surfing through your phone.
I was looking at one of the topics there. For ridiculous women. I'm sorry.
You're searching for ridiculous women?
I was searching for ridiculous women.
Did you find any?
I found
for
one
ridiculous.
that struck me last week.
I'm listening.
Bette Midler.
A ridiculous woman struck you last week. This just in. Art was struck by a ridiculous woman.
Apparently she had stripes on her back and tilings on her feet. What?
Choke on my water.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Double D knows who that is.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure you know who this is.
Oh.
Hey, Double D.
Oh, hi, Tiger Lady.
You thought that I was gonna be gone for long?
Yeah, no, how have you been?
I've been fine. How have you been?
I was doing good.
You're doing better now. That's good
Not
to know.
exactly what
That's
I meant,
good
but
to know.
so what are you up to nowadays?
About 4'3".
Good answer.
You guys
good
made
answer.
me break character, damn it.
Good answer.
But anyway, what about Bette Midler?
The remark that she gave in regards to, I believe it was like, I guess the way she was trying to get across with.
Feel like speaking into the mic, so that way you can.
I think she was trying to get some point across. Here I'm taking a look at it. Oh, she said that women are the N-word of the world. So, yeah.
Did she say the N-word, quote unquote?
No. So
she said the actual word?
No. So she said N-word. Like, yeah, sorry.
The
so
phrase
Yeah, the
N-word.
phrase
Okay.
N-word of the world. And I think, the internet just destroyed her. What did you expect? But I guess she was trying to allude to how, like this Me Too movement and how women are looked at and viewed upon, as subpart of men. And that was, I don't know where it came from and why she said it in particular. But I heard it last week, and I thought that was hilarious.
So, what is her story? What is Bette Midler's story? I'm sorry, I don't keep up with her.
I don't either, but I know that she was at one point a famous actress.
She is in the greatest Halloween movie of all time, Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh!
Hands down.
Oh my fucking gosh!
I like beaches.
Beaches?
Does that make me soft?
I think so, dude. I think so.
What is this podcast turning into, people?
I've never
The
seen
best
that.
Halloween movie of all time is
Absolutely.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, hands down.
Nah,
That is a great movie.
There's no movie better than that.
It was like Pixar
What are
did
you
that, right?
talking?
no, that was Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Was Pixar even out then?
I think it was
so.
very early. Very,
Yeah, because Toy
I don't
Story
think they
was out,
released
right?
Toy
Around that
Story
time.
came out in '95.
95. So this was before 95, but I think
was?
they were still a
Yeah,
company.
isn't that crazy as hell?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
I googled it at work. Toy
but-
Story came out because we were trying to say
No.
which was first, Toy Story or Shrek. It came out in '95.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, though, came out before that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Pretty
year?
sure.
There's no way.
Look it up.
I'm going to say 93.
I would say 91.
No. It wasn't that early. Wait.
91.
91.
I was Jack the Pumpkin King at least 4 times for Halloween.
93. It did. Damn.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was an amazing movie at that time for them to be able to do
anyway,
that.
there is no movie better than A Nightmare Before Christmas.
There
You're
is.
fucking crazy.
Hocus Pocus.
No, you're stupid.
Nah. Nope.
Pumpkinhead was a good one too.
I don't know, man. I was a Michael Myers guy, so
Halloween. So
yeah,
you're
I-
just the
whole trilogy.
Halloween.
Yeah, like I loved Halloween.
You want to know something funny about you being a Michael Myers guy? When we were growing up, you were always a Ninja Turtle for Halloween.
so
you
I was
never-
going to
you
be
never
Michael
dressed up
Myers
as-
as a
Yes.
fucking kid. Like, are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes. Louis
What?
was Chucky last year.
Because you're sick. That's why. Your son was fucking Chucky. You are sick in the head.
He
does look like him, though.
Awesome. It was an awesome costume. I'm going to dress him up as Pete from Pete's Dragon this time.
Okay, nice.
I got to keep him indoors though, because I don't want him running around in a loincloth outside. It's going to be a little cold.
So Bette Midler.
I got to find out who this is while you guys talk.
You don't
about
know
You
Bette
don't know
Midler?
who Bette Midler is? Is that what this whole conversation was about?
it. Yeah, I said, what is her
This
story?
whole time he's not known.
He's completely oblivious to who Bette Midler is.
okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's right, because I
So
can tell you
he
she was
doesn't-
in the greatest Halloween movie of all time.
And I was wondering why he didn't destroy me when I said one of my favorite Bette Midler movies.
Oh,
was
'cause he
Beaches.
doesn't know
He doesn't know.
Beaches.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Bette Midler is an American singer, songwriter, actress, comedian, and film producer.
That didn't help.
Look up a picture, man.
I'm looking right now.
You've definitely seen a picture of
Maybe you should get Alexa.
Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful to Google. I will park you. Oh, she's the ugly witch.
Well,
Hey, here's a question. Have you ever seen a woman, and I'm actually taking this from the No Nonsense show, but it was just good and I wanted to hear you guys' opinion on it. This is going to be the most unpopular conversation. Are you guys ready?
hit it.
Have you ever seen a woman who's happy in her marriage with a nice strong man, and or just not single, and as a feminist?
Wow, that took a turn at the end.
Whoa. Made me think there.
No, I have not.
I don't remember it either.
I can't say I do. No.
Yeah, it was just funny because
Wow.
Be Honest from the No Nonsense show, he brought up this subject, and I'm like, and I'm sitting here going through my Rolodex in my head, and I'm like, I can't think of a I can't think of a woman who's happily married with a strong man.
Like in real, like in our real life and in
just
like
in general.
celebrities
I'm
and
running
shit.
through it, and I just cannot
I
think.
don't
of
really
it.
keep track of how happy couples are. I don't really.
Well,
just to begin
obviously, I
with.
mean, a pairing.
Or-
It's going to have to be a pairing happy. It's
Yeah.
not like I go have like.
But I'm
brunch
trying to
with
think
these
of like a feminist that's like married. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, that's there's so many parts of that to unpack.
people. Well, they
in
said
that
Oprah's
question.
a feminist, right?
But she's not happily married.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. What's her deal? Let's. You feel it? Let's discuss this for a second.
He said that you feel it,
you feel
and
it?
then put his hands hands to his chest, like
I'd feel it.
You feel
Oh
it?
my! Pause.
What's
Nothing pause about that.
But-
You'd feel what? Oprah?
Oprah. Talking about Oprah's breasts.
No. Anyway, let's just continue.
so
We're not
what
gonna-
is her and Stedman's deal? They've been together for however
longer than
Wow.
we've been born?
multiple decades now, right?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
I don't
so?
think they were
Maybe
together
20
in the
years?
90s. Maybe
Yes,
the
they
90s.
absolutely were. They
At
absolutely
least 20
were
years,
together
maybe
in the
98, probably at least 20 years.
Okay,
would you
yeah,
say?
late 90s probably, yeah.
No, they were together before that, man.
Definitely not longer than you've been
She's
alive.
been riding with Stedman for a long time.
But what's their deal? Like, why can't they just get it together? Like, I don't.
There's nothing to get together. Oprah runs that shit, and she's like, "Look, listen, bitch, I'm not fucking marrying you. The fuck out of here. Go to the back of the house. Go to your house in behind my house.
house, yeah.
That's your little cheap ass. $18 million house.
I don't know anything about
get your
him,
little
to be
bitch ass $18 million house ass out of here, you bitch. Like $18 million ain't
It's a lot
shit
of
to
hostility.
Oprah.
I don't think Oprah has all that. in
Oprah
her.
has all of that
Really?
hostility. Hell yeah, she takes smoke for everybody. Like think about this. Oprah is the first one on the front lines to fight almost any and everything. She's
fought a lot of
fantastic
issues.
woman.
Yeah, she has.
Now, where do you think all of that anger goes?
Towards Stedman.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure she be
Fuck.
beating a dog shit out of Stedman, come here.
Go to your room.
Come here.
What's he like? Like, what's he do? What's his demeanor? Is he a strong man? Is he like
He's not.
He's a beta
pushover?
male. He's a beta male.
I think
He's a beta
I think
male.
he's a pushover. Yeah, I don't think he's a strong man really at all.
it would be hard to play or to be in or to overshadow Oprah. Like she's such a
It
a
is.
powerful figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can imagine any man in her life is going to play second fiddle.
I don't think so. I mean, like you don't have to be, like you don't have to have a lead in a relationship, but you have to be a certain type of person to stand next to Oprah and not feel inadequate. You have to be a certain type of person.
Yeah, but if he's been like Oprah hasn't always been Oprah. I mean, like today's Oprah compared to when they first met Oprah, like
yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand, like, why Stedman? Like, first off, why they're not married at this point if they're still like dating or whatever?
Because
Maybe?
she don't want to get married.
Maybe he wants
It's that
like a
simple.
prenup, and she's like, "Nah,
No.
I'm not doing that."
But I just don't get it, man. Like you always group Stedman with Oprah, but when it comes to it, you're like they're not even married.
No, and they haven't been for over 20 years.
That's.
But they don't have to be. I mean,
you don't have to be married, but I mean,
That's not him.
someone of that stature, right? How powerful she is, and how her things just look like her life just looks like it's together, you know. And you would think like the movies that she's played in and things of that sort that she would want to be married, but I don't know. You know,
Dude, here, this might tell you everything you need to know. I went to look him up. I couldn't find him, so I started typing in Oprah, and he's listed as Oprah's Stedman.
Exactly. He's not even like he doesn't
He's
even have
not
a
his own
title.
thing.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't even have a title.
He
He's
belongs to Oprah.
It's complete ownership.
all right, let's be honest though.
Stedman
I mean,
brand.
that's like being called a Cadillac Escalade. You can be owned by Cadillac and be an Escalade, but you're still owned by Cadillac's a good company. Cadillac's
She
fine.
owns him.
Like Cadillac's a good company.
I'm so
Okay.
mad that we're saying that she owns him right now.
Wikipedia says that they were
He's
engaged
arm
to be
candy.
married in November of 1992, but later
told you.
decided they would
Oh.
rather have a spiritual union.
Whatever the fuck that means. But 92.
6'7".
That is great. Yeah, Stedman's super tall.
Damn.
Never could never ball. Could never ball.
That's why she didn't marry
Yeah.
him.
He wasn't athletic enough.
He tried to get something from the top shelf in the fucking kitchen and he falls.
Well, that's why she has him around so he can reach high things.
Or she just jumps up and she blocks him. Imagine that Iger uppercut when he cuts up.
When he cuts up.
Iger uppercut. Lays him out.
Since 1986, they've been together.
Whoa.
Literally.
Dude, that's 32
literally
years, dude.
32 years. My age. They've been together
That's
for my
crazy.
I told you.
Yeah.
Like they've been together for a long time.
That's crazy.
Like, but just imagine Oprah's doghouse. Like, I would want to be in Oprah's doghouse.
That's a hell of a doghouse.
That
still.
would be an amazing doghouse.
Yeah.
There's a couple doghouses I wouldn't mind being in. I wouldn't mind being in Oprah's or Mariah Carey's.
No, fuck her. She's crazy as shit.
Yeah, but I mean, her doghouse, I'm pretty sure has like a merry-go-round or something.
I don't want to
like
be around her,
doghouse would be
period.
awesome.
She's psychotic. I'm good.
They say she used to take like
Did she pull her hair out or something like that?
24 karat golden showers. Like not the porn
fuck
style,
does that
not the
mean?
porn style. Like literally showers with 24 karat gold coming out of the shower.
You know how hard that or how bad that would hurt?
Yeah, like how does that happen?
hell?
Obviously, like it's not going to hurt because it's like a powder type
Is
of
it
like a
confetti?
glitter type
Oh,
of
okay. I'm
thing.
thinking like gold nuggets and bars. Like, ow, psh, 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 ow, Jesus. Psh.
Walk out with bruises. She looked like a Dalmatian.
Honey, were you taking a golden shower again?
Just I remember when Nick Cannon was on an interview with the Breakfast Club, and they were like, "Yeah, well, I heard that she has a lighting person that follows her everywhere." He was like, "She has that at the crib." Like, just imagine her sitting around with somebody just holding light to make sure that her like complexion is right.
True diva. True diva.
My
I
God.
couldn't be around it.
She is.
I couldn't be around it. I mean,
and she doesn't have lips.
The nerve of you. And then her New Year's Eve. I was so glad that happened to her on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
What happened?
So she was singing for, I guess, was it in Times Square?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if it was something with the audio or whatever it was. She had to kind of sing live, and she sounded horrible.
Oh.
And like it's hard to keep what she had. She had a gift, and it's hard to keep that up over the years.
You know the funny thing.
And it was terrible, and she got crucified on social media. Sorry.
I've never been a real big Mariah Carey fan. I've never thought that she was one of the best vocalists I've ever heard.
Really?
I've never thought that. I've always thought that she was like a screamer, because at the end of like a lot of her songs, she's like,
but she does it well.
But yeah, there's no one in the business that did that. Like,
yeah, I know.
She's like top 5.
So I've never been a big fan of her. Like when it comes to certain songs, I think she does fantastic. Like Hero, she does fantastic, and just different things like that. But there's
one of the best Christmas songs.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, so as I was getting older, I actually started listening to her like vocally, and I'm like, wow, she deserves to be called. She deserves to have that stigma of one of the '90s divas, just like, Whitney and damn, who else? Who other than that? Mary J. Is Mary J a '90s diva?
Would you call her a diva?
I don't know.
Tony Braxton's a '90s
Braxton.
Tony Braxton's
Yes.
OD.
Brandy.
Yes.
Monica.
I wouldn't call Brandy or Monica a '90s diva. Brandy or Monica, like specifically Monica, she's like the girl next door type of. I wish she was next door to me.
Does it necessarily have to be a musician? Does it have to be? Because if you look at Tyra Banks, I would call her a '90s diva.
Nah, I wouldn't call
yeah,
Tyra.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Would you think Tyra's a '90s diva?
I think she's a '90s diva.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Bette
I
Midler.
Moving on. Bette fucking Midler.
I'm sorry. I was looking at you asked me, pre-production.
Oh yeah. So did we
Did
ever
I think of a ridiculous woman? I was like, I can't.
Oh yeah,
not anyone that was relevant.
Okay, so wait, hold on. All right. So now that I know who Bette Midler is, I'm processing everything that you were talking about before, and okay, so she is a non-attractive, feminist, white lady who said that women are the N-word
of the world. That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, Double D here, and let's face it, you're a loser. Yeah, yes you. You don't have any friends. And here's why this is a problem. Because after you've downloaded this episode and listened to it, you're going to love it so much, you're going to want to go out and download all the other episodes of No Filter from the EMP network. And then after you've listened to those, you're going to love this show so much, you're going to want to run out and tell all your friends about it. But guess what? You don't have any friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends. That way you can tell them all about it. And you can also tell them about our socials where you can hit us up. Hit us up at Twitter at network_EMP. Also on Instagram, EMP Network 412. And also on Facebook, you can like us, EMP Network, and share it with all your friends on there. They say that they're your friends, but they're not your friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends, you weirdo.
I mean, that's just not. That's weird that she's using the N-word to try and use it as an overall derogatory term.
Right.
Yes.
Trying to take away what it actually means.
Right.
It has one specific purpose, and she's trying to make it a blanket statement for all people disenfranchised.
Right.
That is crazy. That is wild. But that's the thing, though. People do that a lot. Everybody wants their own N-word. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, since if you grind it down to the bones, it's a racial thing. So everybody kind of does have it. Like Jews have, what's the Jewish one? I want Double D to say it. I don't want to sound racist.
Kike. It's every ethnicity,
every ethnicity
race,
or every
has
culture
a slur.
There's a slur.
Jews have kike. The Italians have. I don't know. Everybody has one.
Hispanics
you know what I'm saying?
Have one. I know that for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, and these are things that are disrespectful and wrong that you shouldn't say. Like it's very simple.
And for you to be someone of of that stature, she's mature. Bet has done a lot of things in entertainment.
Yeah,
industry.
so is Roseanne.
And so exactly. So what you say and what you tweet or what you it's whatever you say, it's going to be seen by a large audience.
She's one of those people that, she was a diva in her own time. She's one of those people, though, that has been in the business and probably away from everyday people she's probably in her own bubble.
At this point, yeah. I would say so.
That she's just, who knows what's going through her mind.
Right.
Well, obviously, this is going through her mind.
So, if you're in your own bubble, then how do you know that? Like, how do you know? Why are you saying women are the N-word of the world if you're in your own bubble? How do you have that to compare?
That is weird, because I can't imagine someone treating her disrespectfully.
Yeah.
Or treating her not as an equal.
Even though she looks like the Pokemon Raticate.
She looks like Snorlax.
I don't know either one of those, but Snorlax is just a funnier word.
But yeah, if you look at it, I think like with this situation, so there are a lot of people with this Me Too movement that are very passionate, and I think people want to just contribute, and have a voice when it comes to it, and I just don't think that she, chose the wisest thing to say. It just. And it had to come from somewhere that was super passionate for her, but I was just like, "Are you serious? Like, did someone have to really tell you that that's a terrible thing to say? Like, you're an adult. What are you doing?"
Yeah. Speaking of Roseanne, you brought up Roseanne a little bit ago. Did you hear the her on Joe Rogan?
No.
That's a really good interview. You should listen to that. Yeah.
Give me what is it about?
Well, they spend pretty much 2.5 hours talking about her tweet.
That sounds like something I don't want to listen to.
Well, it's you get a bigger picture of more than just 240 characters.
I would like to see that. I would like a little closure on it. I'll probably check it out.
So you get a lot more context of. Obviously she was on Ambien and she was drinking at the time, and I think she was smoking pot. And she went. That's another thing. She went into her whole mental health history. Like, she was locked up when she was like 15 years old, and she's been in and out of psych places. So she has a whole history of.
So the character that she played on her sitcom was really her.
Oh yeah.
So here's the question.
Well, here's the thing that she said she got hit by a car, and it started after that. When she was 15, she got hit by a car and had a head injury, and her personality changed after that.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about like everything that you just listed. They just sound. Even if they are true. So, like, what am I supposed to say? Well, like, you're still responsible for the things you say and the things you do, correct?
Yeah, as much as you are whenever you're fucked up.
Yeah, but she chose to be fucked up. She was on weed and she was on Ambien and
True.
She was on alcohol. So she has to take the responsibility for that.
Nobody else is responsible for that.
It's not even about you getting hit by a car when you were 15 and all that other shit, because you still became a successful actress. right?
Well, I mean, her point was that she was taking full responsibility for it. She was not denying responsibility or trying to pass it off.
Okay.
Her point was to get some more contacts, and that she was not speaking from a racist point of view. Was her point? That was the whole reason of her
I forgot
giving
what the
context.
tweet was. What was the tweet?
She had said that some lady, I don't even know who the lady is, who was part black, was mentioned in the same tweet as the movie Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, she's done that several times, and
She has,
that's definitely that didn't mean to be racist. So the first time, so you consistently look at black people and you automatically think monkeys, and that's not racist.
No, see, that's the thing. I mean, if you listen to the whole podcast, if you get some more context behind it, you necessarily won't come to that conclusion. Like, if you just look at 280 characters or 140 characters, whatever it is, you can look at it and say, holy shit, that's fucking racist. Mm-hmm. But the whole point is to get some more context behind it and maybe come to a different conclusion.
It just sounds more of a cover-up to me. Like,
well, I mean, you could say that, but I mean,
you're still being held. You still have to hold what you have to say responsible. And this isn't the first time that you've done something. Like, if this was the first time that you've done something like this, but she is on record, and she is known for saying things like this. Like, how many times are you going to say, "Oh yeah, well that's not racist"? Like, it kind of is. Like, the first time you said it, like, okay. The first time you said it, okay. You know what I'm saying? I can see that, but like, okay, now you know that there's an issue with that. Why say it again?
I don't know. Ask her.
Now I'm just saying it just sounds like an excuse. It does, because like, you knew. It's not like you didn't know. You knew. And that's the biggest thing. It's not what she's tweeting. You know what I'm saying? That's making it racist. Well, I mean, technically it is what she's tweeting that's making it racist, but it's not this bad because of what she's tweeting. It's this bad because she knows that it's wrong.
No, that's the thing. In her mind, it's not wrong. That's the whole thing.
Because she was heavily intoxicated.
No, even behind that,
so when
behind the intoxication, she was not saying it in a racist way.
Yeah. There's no way. And here's like, behind it, she's not saying it in a racist way. How so? Because
I mean, I'm not her lawyer. I'm not even defending her. I'm just saying, if you want more context, instead of just saying it's looking at the tweet and saying it's racist, if you want more context, you can listen to the interview.
There is no context needed for that tweet. Hold on. There is no context needed for that tweet. That tweet is, in fact, racist. Period. Okay. Period. It doesn't.
Well, I'm not gonna defend Roseanne, but I'm just saying I think it's closed-minded to not get context behind something and to just write it off as racist.
I'm definitely listening to the podcast, the Joe Rogan podcast. But that doesn't change the fact that the tweet is racist. If you look at me and say, "Hey, you look like one of those happy N-words," like, if you look at me and say
that, though.
No, but I'm not saying.
And
that.
she didn't even say that the lady looked like a monkey.
She literally compared her.
No, she did not.
Yes,
She did not compare the lady to a monkey from Planet of the Apes.
Okay, hold on.
Silence.
This
better be worth it.
Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ.
What's VJ?
The chick that she was talking about. That kind of puts
what
it straight.
What the fuck
forward.
is that picture?
That's her picture. That was her picture on Twitter when she did it.
Okay, so all right,
that's a screenshot. That's a screenshot directly of her tweet.
Okay. All right, so I take that back. I was wrong. But like I said, I'm not defending her. I'm not speaking for her.
No,
I'm just saying that there is context for people who want.
But it was just the point that I like, and that's the dangerous thing about it. So she's trying to find amnesty for something that was blatantly racist, and this is more, and she's done this more than one time. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can't keep trying to find amnesty for something like this. Like the first time you did it, somebody, even if you didn't think it was wrong, somebody told you that it was wrong and not to do it. You know why? Because you apologized.
She does say that her ABC, I think it's ABC, told her not to tweet, and she's like, "Yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have tweeted."
Yeah, she
shouldn't have been tweeting.
So you did apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like
she apologized for inadvertently offending someone.
So you knew you were wrong. Like, now I'm talking about this is the first time.
That's not
you
how she sees it.
You apologize. So why apologize then? If you don't think you're wrong,
for
why
inadvertently offending someone. Like, I can say something and not have any ill intent, but it can still offend somebody, right? You don't think that's possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. But now you're told that that's wrong.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. And I would apologize.
Okay. So would you do it again?
Would I say the same thing again? No. Is it possible that I could say something else that would be taken out of context?
The exact same lines? The exact same lines?
No, I would not say the same exact lines.
No, I don't mean the exact same. I mean within the exact same lines of the context. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You should have seen how he processed it real quick, because he stopped, looked up, tilted his head left to right, and then shook his head. Yeah, it was like, yeah. But like the point that I'm making is like it's dangerous to say, oh yeah, well she was under the influence, or she was blah blah blah, or she was blah blah blah, and oh yeah, well you have to, like, no. She knew she was wrong. She knew she was wrong when she said it. She knew she was wrong after, and the reason why is because she was told it was wrong before. Now, I don't know what she does in her home. I don't give a fuck what she does in her home. But when you do something like this, you're obviously doing it for attention, and you're obviously doing it so you can get your thoughts off. That's what Twitter's about, right? Just to get stupid shit off. But the point of the matter is, like, what you said was, in fact, racist.
Don't talk. I didn't say anything, man. Don't look at me and say what you said was racist. I didn't say shit. But see, I think that's a problem. What you said was, I don't care what she does in her life. All I care about is this one tweet. Paraphrasing what you just said, I think that's a problem. I think that's how we treat a lot of celebrities.
I didn't say that, though.
We only give a shit whenever they fuck up or whenever they do something, and everybody jumps on them.
I didn't say I don't care. I said I don't care what you do behind closed doors. Meaning, you can drop as many N-bombs as you want to at your house. Like, I'm not there. Like, but you're blatantly making it known that what you're doing, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when, like, I can't control, Double D, if you leave here and you're like, I have to sit with these N-words again. If you leave here and do that, I'm not with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with whatever consequences come to you around if whoever you're around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can't control that. But what she did was she made it public, and this is more than one time. My nose is clogged the fuck up. And this is more than one time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue with it. So, like, all of the other things, like, and granted, I am going to listen to the podcast, but you knew you were wrong. And I even read you the tweet, and you were like,
yeah.
Like, it's blatant. It's blatant. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
what? I'm listening.
Okay, I feel like I'm like defending her. I'm not. I just want to make that note. I'm not defending her. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, everybody knows how it is in a no filter podcast.
Okay, so
everybody
playing devil's advocate.
Double D is not defending Roseanne on these racist statements. He is not doing that at all.
I want to make that clear. I'm not defending racism. I'm not defending racists. I do not condone racist tweets. Flat out. Full stop. I want to make that clear. Okay?
We got you, Double D.
Okay.
I think you're good.
All right.
You're good. You're cleared. Proceed.
Can we make that a drop and just cut that out?
I'm definitely putting that as a drop. That's going to be your mid break.
That being said, women are the N-word. No. That being said, her point on the Joe Rogan was that it was when she woke up in the middle of the night, all fucked up on Ambien and liquor and whatnot, she thought it would be a good idea in her head to tweet out something. And I don't know if you've ever seen Planet of the Apes. It's a great movie.
The 2001 one?
No, the original.
The original?
The original.
Yeah, I had seen them. They were trash.
I have a weird story about that. So, John Chambers, who was the makeup artist for Planet of the Apes or so, my mom lived with him while she was in CIA. Because they were doing
so much.
So you ever see that movie Argo?
Yeah.
Where they brought John Chambers in to make like those faces for.
Yeah.
I think it was like Ben Affleck. They had to go overseas to rescue those American people at the whatever embassy it was or so. My mom lived with John Chambers for a few months while she was in the CIA.
Oh.
And he had.
Your mom was in the CIA?
Yeah, she was in the CIA.
Damn.
And so it was. I want to say.
I feel like that's something that you might not want to keep saying over and over again. But anyway, continue.
It was brief. It was a long time ago. I don't care. People were like, "Oh, the CIA. Oh, weak. Oh, can't have us."
Shutting down the No Filter podcast.
Yeah, but
confiscating laptops.
But no, I think I just.
You know how much I put into this laptop?
I was just saying that she was in CIA and John Chambers, who made Planet of the Apes or so, did some faces for her as well. Like he made a few faces for her, but that's it. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Proceed.
Okay.
That was way off subject, but okay.
No, that was pretty cool. Okay, so there's a lot of politics in the movie. It's a political movie, kind of at its base.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was her point. She was comparing what she said was she was comparing the political climate to the political climate of the Middle East, and I don't even know who this lady is or what her connection to the Middle East is, but she was making a comparison of the political statements of the movie Planet of the Apes to this lady and the Middle East. So
it was Valerie Jarrett or so, and she's a political advisor. Well, she was a political advisor in the Obama administration.
Okay.
And from what I understand, she is now a board member of the ride-sharing app Lyft. And I think when she had put that out, or so, like what you said, she was making those comparisons or so. My opinion is just that, I think she knew better. I think she knew exactly what it was that she was trying to say. And anything that involves politics, right? It's edgy, it's touchy, know, and people are very emotional when it comes to politics. So, my personal opinion, I think Roseanne meant whatever it is that she was saying. She may not understood it, and she may have not understood how the world would receive it, or so. But that's
so. You think she was trying to backpedal and trying to come up with the excuses?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, and another one of her big points that she kept hitting was how she was Jewish, and I think that factored into the Middle East and once again, I don't know this lady. I don't know if she is Muslim but something about the Israelis and the Palestine conflict. That's what she was saying. I don't know. I can't really speak too much on it because I don't know much more about the situation. This is the lady?
That's the lady.
She kind of looks like Roseanne in this picture. Am I tripping, dude?
No, I was looking at that. And
it's like a dark version.
She looks
of
more
Roseanne.
like Falcor from The Neverending Story.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because
I
could say something, but I don't want to get in trouble like Roseanne. So,
moving on.
Moving on.
Zira
So who's a ridiculous guy?
Brett Kavanaugh. He's ridiculous. Let's touch back on this subject. I'm sorry. Because I was thinking about this. Oh, that's hilarious. So I was listening to you probably know this Remorseless that Styles and Davies just dropped an album.
It's fire. It's not better than Belly's though, but it's fire.
It's a really good album, and so they've had a lot of press runs.
Why didn't you ask Double D if he knew that?
Do you know who Styles P is?
Negative.
No, you still should have. You still should have asked him. You should have.
Oh, so I wasn't. I'm sorry.
You should have been like, listen, Double D.
I did. I assumed, and now I made
an ass out of myself.
You just assumed he
bypass
doesn't know.
that.
He's like, oh yeah, look at this white dude. He doesn't know rap. Hey, Remorseless.
Double D blindness is what that is.
To be honest with you,
unbelievable.
Do not see all white people in the room.
Racist. He's a fucking racist. Art is a racist.
Don't do that. Please don't. I don't want to hear shit from all the audience and all the listeners. I am not a racist. I have to give my disclaimer now. I am not in any way, shape, or form a racist. Okay?
All right.
Am I good? Am I in the clear now?
You're good. You're good.
You should be. Until I take that sound bite.
Oh, he's going to cut that part out.
I don't even know where you're sitting. Anyway,
that is such a 87-year-old orgasm.
So they had an interview, and
how do you know, man?
I just lost my train of
thought. How do you know?
With that. What the hell are you talking about?
Because if
how many of you
that
have
sounds
seen
like
coming
an
at
old
you?
person orgasm. So you mean to tell me it doesn't?
I wouldn't know. I have no clue what an 87-year-old man sounds like when he's coming.
You've had an orgasm before, right? You have kids. You literally had to have an orgasm.
Yes, I'm not 87 years
okay.
old.
Now think about it when you get older. Like you guys don't think about like being old.
I don't know if you're that old.
You don't practice your orgasm sounds like.
I don't think you're going to be orgasming at 87.
What do you mean? Guys reproduce until they die.
Good luck with that.
Man, that's how I want to die.
Just go out on a white horse just like that.
Or under one, if you know what I
mean. Easy, sir. Easy, okay, but let's get back on track here. So, ridiculous men. I say Kavanaugh because I know we touched on this in a previous podcast. However, with Styles P is 1/3 of the group, the Locks. So there's Jadakiss. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that.
I've heard Jadakiss, yeah.
Styles P, and then there's another guy named Sheik Luch. They all make up a group called the Locks.
Okay.
But they all do like side projects, right? So Styles P, and there's a new up and coming artist. His name is Davies. They're New York guys, so it's like that true hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New York hip hop. Yeah.
And so it's perfect though because you have this up and coming rapper who's amazing, and then you have the old school. So with those two, and they're going like back and forth on songs, it's amazing. But they had an interview here recently, and they were talking about Kavanaugh, and it made me think back, and I was like literally like curled up in a fetal position laughing at this interview because Styles P made a great point. He said that Kavanaugh, because how emotional he was, we talked about his emotion in the court, and do you want someone as Supreme Court judge, right?
Temperamental like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so he goes, if you think about the story, he said that he went to a Catholic school and he only seen women on the weekends. And he liked beer. He loved beer.
He likes beer.
And he only seen women on the weekends, and he didn't pull his cock out.
So, is that what he said?
Yeah, so he's like, for you to go to a Catholic school to love beer, you only get to see women on the weekends, and your cock didn't come out. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit. He's like, I had 3 40s. I haven't seen a woman in 2 weeks. But you know what? Lord, I love you. Put my cock away. He's like, get the fuck out of here. It's not happening. So I just thought that was hilarious. When I think about it, I was like, yeah, that sounds super ridiculous. Like, you definitely did that shit.
Like, speaking of Catholics, what is the deal? What is the deal with all these priests touching these boys?
I don't
man?
get it. I don't understand.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the abstinence thing.
I agree.
Sex is a very important part of being a human, and whenever you are mandated to not have sex,
But aren't there nuns and
Yeah,
like
what about the
like,
women?
Why the little boys?
well,
like
okay, so let's make that distinction between men and women.
wait, I feel like I know the difference between men and women.
Oh, we know you know the difference.
Damn, you turned that one around.
Okay,
Pause.
so,
Crazy.
So take a look at the difference between a woman who doesn't have sex and a man that doesn't have sex.
No, but what I'm talking about, why wouldn't the priests try to bang the nuns?
Well, because the nuns are more likely. I think the whole thing is the children are easier targets than a grown woman.
But
Oh, so you would rather kill the fawn than the deer,
Yeah,
or
because
the fawn than the doe. That's the same.
this may sound a little crass here, but why little boys and not little
girls.
right?
That's a good question.
I'm just trying. Because it's
Because
every
there's
story is a boy. It's
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
is.
sure about. I'm not 100% sure about this, but if I'm not mistaken, there is no.
Like girl
altar
acolytes.
girls.
Yeah, altar girls.
There is
Okay.
there are no altar girls. There's
See,
just
I have
altar
no
Yeah,
idea.
because if you think about the
I have
way
no
that the
idea, I'm
Catholic
sorry.
Church is structured, it's all men and there's female priests now, but it's pretty much all
It's-
men. all
Yeah, it's
boys.
a very masculine oriented religion or facility.
Mm-hmm.
Shows my ignorance right there. I
Yeah.
had no idea. I'm sorry. I
Well,
really
I
didn't.
mean, it's crazy because you should have learned that from the CIA.
Here he is, asshole.
Yeah, that is just so crazy to, and they don't. I mean, the Pope they just move the priests around.
Yeah,
They don't get in trouble.
That is my issue. My issue is, see, I think people can be too understanding sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the Pope does. I think the Pope, him being the man of the cloth, and this is I know nothing about religion. I just know, like, mentally, him being a man of the cloth, you're supposed to understand. But another thing is, the church consistently try to cover these things up. You know what I'm saying? So they move them around because if they fire somebody or if they do whatever the hell it is that you do when you dispriest somebody, like, anybody know? No? Okay.
I don't know.
Did you just call it dispriest?
Dispriest.
Judas Priest?
Whoa.
But when you dispriest somebody,
Disrobe? Disrobe? Or that's a judge.
here we go with
D-robe.
this.
Derobe.
You've been
This
derobed.
is disbarred. You get
That's a
disbarred.
lawyer.
That's a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right.
Decloth? Declo?
Debunked. I don't know, but
Let's go with dispriest.
Yeah, dispriest.
Yo, which priest? Dispriest. Which one touched you?
Dispriest.
That's terrible. That's terrible, guys. We're naming this podcast Dispriest.
Dispriest. But
Terrible.
But I do believe that some people can be. I was in the middle of yawning. Did you hear my Russian accent? I did. I don't even. I can't even do that on purpose. I was just in the middle of like yawning. But I do believe that people can be too understanding, and I don't know if they're just trying to cover up the religion, cover up for the sake of the religion, or if he's like, people make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it's
you gotta 86 these dudes, man. You gotta get rid of them.
you gotta. I mean, I think what the whole they're trying to keep the good name, quote unquote, good name of the Catholic Church.
Double D, he tried to say good name the first time. He like scoffed, rolled his eyes, put his eyebrows up to his hairline again, and then used air quotes to say good name. He is
I
so
guess-
disgusted.
I'm sorry, I
Catholic
did use air
religion.
quotes. I should have, for our listeners, I should have specified that. I did use air quotes a second time because, I mean, your good name has been besmirched.
We are fucking these words up
Dude,
today.
we gotta get a
We need
dictionary.
we need a thesaurus.
We need an intern.
Yeah, I mean, their good name was foiled long ago. I think, but I don't know if it's one of those things of living in a bubble again, like Bette Midler, that they just think that, well, they won't know. Perhaps if we just move people around, they'll be none the wiser.
But it's so weird to me because you look at like the Jewish community and you look at like rabbis and all, you don't hear about that.
That's true.
I think they really live in a bubble. I think the Jewish community really lives in a bubble.
They do,
and they stay close knit. And they don't let a lot of people in.
You know what? They live in so much bubble. I think there's a community in England somewhere that they're so closed off to the rest of the world that they speak with an accent, not an English accent, but they speak with like a Yiddish accent.
Really?
Yeah, like they're straight out of the Middle East.
Like a Hebrew.
Like a Hebrew accent. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
And that's just because their community is so secluded that they don't interact with the outside, like the Amish. The Amish.
And you just don't hear about like their religious leaders committing these crimes. Like you just don't. I mean, I haven't. At least it hasn't been as prevalent as it's been in the Catholic Church.
I wonder if they're allowed to marry though, and allowed to have sexual relations, unlike the priests.
Who? The Amish?
Jewish.
Good question.
That's so weird to me. Like I get it. I was explained by somebody at work that certain people in the Catholic religion, they're not allowed to marry. And if anybody's listening, if you guys can give us a little light on this, certain people in the Catholic religion are not allowed to marry because that basically taints their focus, right?
Correct.
And but the Bible glorifies marriage. Like as a matter of fact, that's something that you're supposed to do in the Bible. Art, you're more religious. You're a very religious guy. The Bible glorifies marriage, correct? Man, a wife, marry.
But it also says that not everyone is going to be married.
Yeah, like what was his name? Jeremiah. The guy that he couldn't get married. The Lord said, "Don't marry him." I mean, the Lord said that he can't get married.
And the Lord said, "Do not marry this guy."
This guy is off the market.
The Lord said that he can't get married.
He's off the market.
Hands
off this guy.
He was actually he had to go free the Israelites, or he had to go to Israel, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean Moses?
The Lord said that this dude Jeremiah. You know what? Moving on.
You need to write your own translation of the Bible. I would love to read that. And the Lord said, this dude needs to go free his people.
And the Lord said, this dude.
Hands off this dude. This dude.
I don't even sound like that when
he said, the Lord said, check it out.
And the Lord said, women are the N-words of the world.
Imagine a pastor getting in front of the church and he's like, the Lord said, check this out, y'all.
There is actually a translation of the Bible.
What the fuck do you mean? The pastors do that all the time.
No, I mean, the church has become very secular, I think. And it's becoming, if you look at like the Baptist churches now, and like I'm apostolic. So we essentially are the same as Baptists, but it's the way we are baptized. It's the belief in the baptismal. It's a little different.
He's speaking Chinese to me right now.
But if you look at like, so I watch like services and stuff like that with like TD Jakes, the big name guys, and things of that sort. And the church has become very secular in the way the speech is. They say y'all.
Oh yeah.
Don't be doing that running, and I ain't. And you hear a lot of that stuff, and I'm just like,
that's always been a thing, though.
It has
in the Baptists,
right? It has been, but I'm just like, why?
Why are you saying why now? It's been like for as
I've never
long as I
thought
can
about
remember.
it.
Our grandmother spoke like that. Like from yes, she had.
She was
yes,
no,
she had.
no, she was not
had
that secular.
She had the black girl sass.
But she didn't speak like how they speak to. Like today, it's just so.
Well, I
freeform.
mean,
I think it's to reach out to more people.
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah, to be more relatable. I feel.
Yeah.
You know, but
Nana had the sass. She had the sass.
Nana sass.
She Nana.
She was a very strong woman. Yeah, she had. You know, but
Oprah strong.
She was on that level. She mentally, my grandmother was on that level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She didn't. My granddad wasn't in. He wasn't a Stedman though. Nowhere close. Nowhere close.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move to close. What we kind of closed up on ridiculous men and women, right? With the stupid hocus pocus chick and Roseanne and the priest touching little boys and Kavanaugh and who else? Yeah.
What's the matter? What's the matter, buddy?
Nope.
You want to talk about it?
We'll save it for the next podcast.
All right.
Save it for the next podcast.
Okay. All right, let's move to closers.
Let's move to closers.
All right, so I'll go. Let me see here. Speaking on ridiculousness, I mean, don't take Ambien, man. I've heard so many bad stories.
What is Ambien?
It's a sleep aid.
Is it like so, or is like the symptoms like sort of like similar to like hallucinogens, kind of sort of?
You know what
so.
I found out?
Wow.
That CBD vape juice, it doesn't show up in a drug test because it doesn't have THC in it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's for headaches and pains and shit like
Yeah.
that. So I think I'm going to get some because I literally wake up every day with a headache. And I get them so frequently.
Really?
Yeah, get that shit, man.
So I think I'm going to get some.
Drink more water.
I drink a shitload of water. You seen my kitchen?
You have a lot of water. I don't know if you drink it or
What
not.
is that?
What the fuck?
You've seen my kitchen. End of discussion.
That is the end all.
It's just
be all.
full of water.
You've seen my collection
Boom.
of water.
Bitch.
High quality H2O.
No, but
Yeah, so.
sorry.
Yeah.
Continue with your close. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Continue
sorry.
with your closer.
Dude, I mean, watch what you're saying, man. Listen, if you, it's hard to know if you're in a bubble. Ask someone. That'd be my advice. Ask someone today if you're in a bubble. Maybe you don't know you're in a bubble. Have someone pop it for you, because if you live in a bubble, you can say stupid shit that could be misconstrued or taken out of context, or something that you think is completely innocuous is not okay with the rest of the world. So if you're closed off in your community or your world, you can get accustomed to certain things and not know that the rest of the world has advanced, and things that you say and do, the rest of the world is like, that's not cool, man. So, things like saying women are the N-word of the world, probably not the best comparison. So yeah, that's it. Ask somebody if you're in a bubble, and they can probably help you out. That's it.
I guess I'll go. Art just gave me the head nod. My closer's not going to be that long. Get these fucking priests out of here, man. They keep touching little boys. Get them the fuck out of here. Like, stop moving them around. Pope, whatever the fuck your name is, get them out of here. Stop letting them do this. It's wrong. And let your priests fuck women, please. Lift that celibacy thing. Like, it doesn't free your mind and your body. Definitely not your body, obviously. Just stop it. Just lift it. It'll be cool.
Lift that robe.
Yeah. Wait, what? That was it. Like, just ridiculousness. People are ridiculous, and accountability. I think we really break the record with accountability. We're really beating this dead horse.
Yes.
Well, it's not preached enough, man.
Yeah, it's so important. As a matter of fact, so there's a hamper in my hallway full of my daughter's clothes. Now, what my daughter does is she'll look for clothes, she'll dump them all on the floor, and then when it's time to clean her room, she just picks up the clean clothes and puts them in the hamper. She does this. My wife, she says that they're there, but there's no guarantee that, so you have to go through them to see what's clean and what's dirty, right? They're going back and forth. Now, granted, my wife's 29 and my daughter is 8, but they're going back and forth like they're both 8 years old sisters. Like, well, I did this, you did this, I did this, and I'm like, look, this is what I mean with this lack of accountability. This is what's going to happen. Just grab the hamper, go through the hamper, find out what's dirty, what's clean. It's that simple. Like, accountability is really important, even on little things like that. I use that because that's such a small example, but if somebody was to say, all right, well, let's figure it out. Maybe I did do that. Let's figure it out. You have to open your mind to the possibility that you may not even be wrong, but you still have to open your mind to the possibility that you are. That's all I got to say. Art?
In closing,
That
was perfect time to do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know. Just in closing, Priest, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of the shit. Like, stop touching little boys, please. I mean, I think there's nothing else that needs to be said about that.
It's a shame that it has to be said in the first place.
Yeah, like it's
something as simple as that.
Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous.
You would think that it would be common sense. Don't touch little boys, but
Maybe they should put that in the Bible.
Yeah.
I feel like it should. I feel like it is.
All right.
As far as ridiculous men and women, I mean, guys, just if you have no conscience about anything, like if you live in a bubble and you don't have a conscience because whatever it is that you're doing is acceptable, and you don't branch out and see, how your words or your actions or so can be detrimental to the world, to other people, but you post it. If you live in a bubble and then you post something that's public, more than likely it's going to be something that's negative, Just have a subconscious about, I don't know, just be subconscious about the things that you say and the things that you do. We know that you like beer. We know that you went to Catholic school, you like beer. You only get to see girls on the weekends, but it's not a reason to pull your cock out and, and just completely rape someone or, whatever. So self-control, accountability, I agree. With the tweets, Bette Midler, Roseanne, come on, guys. You guys are almost gone anyway. We'll just say that. And your old age, you're almost out of here. I don't mean to say that in with a negative connotation, but I'm just saying you're almost on your way out of here. We need less of you in the world. It is what it is. That's my closer. We need less of you in the world. Because it's affecting, and what it's doing is it's allowing children to look at this and think it's acceptable. And in the climate that I'm in now, I'm seeing a lot of that too, with even just like where I coach at or so. Some of these, suburban neighborhoods, you're hearing, like our kids tell us, like, oh, this kid said this on Twitter and this is that. And you hear it comes from like, I'm not saying all suburbs are bad or anything like that, but you're hearing it because we have.
Why you look at me when he said that?
There he is being racist again.
I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, like, we have like black kids on our team, right? And kids come to us and they say, well, this kid said this is that. And I'm like, wow. And I think it's all because it's when it starts with public figures, I think kids look at that and they're like, I could do it too, because look at the president. He's made it socially acceptable for a lot of people to come out and become racist, So I just feel like, we need less of that in the world. There's a lot of anguish, and that's just my closer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Yeah, other than that, guys, follow us on those socials. Check out, share what you hear. Like us. Make sure you leave a comment if there's anything on this, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a decent amount that you can actually comment on and have some shit to say. We'd love to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to email us. What is the email, Double D?
empnetwork412@gmail.com.
I don't even know what to say after that one. That was amazing. But other than that, yeah. Signing off. This is Remorseless.
Double D.
The Quiet Storm.
All right, man. Thank you for listening. Hey, what's up? It's Remorseless from the EMP Network. We here at the network would like to thank you for listening. And if you like what you hear, share it. You know, with a friend, a coworker, anybody you would think that would like it. Hell, even anybody that you would think wouldn't like it if you can stand talking to them. Follow us on social media platforms like Facebook, EMP Network, Instagram, EMP Network 412, no spaces, all lowercase, and Twitter @network_EMP. YouTube is under construction, but we'll have that soon. The point is, we want to hear from you. And if it doesn't take too much time out of your day, give us a review, good or bad. We look at all of these as a chance to learn and grow. We have a lot more planned in the future, but we cannot do it without your help. So please, if you think that we're worth it, leave a comment, give a review, and most importantly, share. Thank you for listening.